Welcome, friends, to the Beaver Dam. Buckle in. This is quite a wild ride. I gotta say, it's the wildest Wednesday I've seen in a long time. So, first things first, there is a leak. We will talk about that just briefly. We recorded a video earlier and we're gonna post it tomorrow, but we might as well just make it part of this video. They're kind of a leak. We got Tuscan Meathead throwing things at us like he always does. He likes to hint at things. CG always likes to do their little stuff. And so it's worth bringing up just really briefly. He was basically posting, let's see, do we have it up here anymore? We don't, but we do have the update. Give me just one sec to pull up. But essentially what happened is he was hanging around in one of the servers and he posted a little snippet, literally just a passing comment, and it could mean some big stuff for Galaxy of Heroes. And here it is. People are talking about, PvE versus PvP content, territory battles versus territory wars, and Meathead goes, sorry for the missing in action, been knee deep in a new character meeting. This could mean several different things. This could mean finishing up Ahsoka Tano. This could be working on some stuff for episode 7 anniversary next year and the episode 3 anniversary next year, 10 years and 20 years respectively. So we could be looking at something like that, but it also could be connected to this other thing. He says he prefers PvEVP. Player versus environment versus players. So we might be getting a new game mode in the next year. We'll see. This seems like a big drop, and it could be something, it could be nothing. We could be getting something like almost a territory war, territory battle with guilds where, you're both working on either side of the Geonosian map going against each other. Or we could be doing Rise of the Empire at the same time with another guild and competing to see who gets more stars and gets extra rewards from it. We could be seeing something like a Blitz game mode coming in from Marvel Strike Force where we fight, AI enemies and AI squads with our roster, and then we can compete against other people's score, and whoever gets the most score gets better rewards. This could be also hinting with the character meeting that we might be getting that in general and just being like, oh yeah, we do a Blitz mode and you go against each other trying to get score, and then at the end, wherever you are in the tiers, you'll get less or more shards for the new character. We could be introducing a new way of getting characters. I wouldn't be a fan of that, but it could happen. Now, jumping into the next set of news, this is also pretty big. That is our just overall update. There's been some bug fixes for the Gungans that were sorely needed. There's been some corrections for Marok's kit, some fixes for the Executor. Punishing One come out, you got to fix whatever bugs we do have there. Punishing One comes out tomorrow. We did not expect this. This was very out of the blue. I was expecting this to be later, but it actually makes sense because Marok came out a week late. And so, it feels like it's really soon, but it's actually right on time technically. Captain Enoch is now farmable on Lightside 8C, replacing Snowtrooper, which is not a big deal. Very excited to get my Enoch shards. Definitely going to be farming them today. And of course, the Hottie is in chromium packs now. Now, that being said, we have some other crazy stuff going on because they just decided to keep heaping on the pile. You might be crap out of luck for Punishing One, and I am so sorry for that. And this is what we got. Do I have it right here already? Yeah, right here. So we got any capital ship required and then borrowed Executor. But then we have required 3-star Punishing One, and then it says some other stuff, and it doesn't say any capital ship. So there is a strong possibility if you don't have Executor, you're not going to be able to participate in this event past Tier 1. So if you're working towards Executor, you might be out of luck. It's unfortunate. We also have another image. We'll see if we can grab it right now. Of Tier 7, which, we can see a couple tiers here. We have Tier 7 also pop out in the data mines, and the Tier 7 for sure is right here, requires the Executor at 4 stars. Now, this is Tier 7 that requires it at 4 stars. Who knows? Honestly, who knows? Maybe we can do up to Tier 7, and then Tier 7's the rough one. I don't know. So I'm sorry to say this, guys, it might be unfortunate for you if you're trying to go for Punishing One and you're working towards the Executor. If you have the Executor, this is basically all the stuff that you're going to need for Executor, so I wouldn't be worried if you already have the Executor. Now, also, I don't know why they did this. This is kind of glitchy. I don't know if this was an accident. They also revealed the new Datacron set. So I will definitely be leaving timestamps for all of this, and so you can skip around to whatever the freak you want to see. But this is the new Datacron set, so we're going to jump right in and talk about it. I won't be reading through everything. The stats are reduced stats, which I do appreciate because I don't like the huge numbers on stats. But like, they are really good stats. We got health back, we got critical damage back, we've got, you know, health steal in here. So like, we have some good stats in here. They're just reduced in overall percentage, and I do appreciate that. The level 3s and are basically what the light side had and the dark side had. They just swapped them. So instead of the light side having the dark side has the light side version of them. That's basically it. Level 6 is kind of the same. We got Mercenary, Unaligned Force User, and Old Republic. We are looking at some fun things with a lot of these factions, and we're going to talk a bit about the level 9s and how insane it's going to be for the level 9s. It seems like they're a big fan of making these level 9s banger right now. That being said, we have things such as the Mercenaries being able to do the thing that Jedi are doing right now, where they use a special ability and stun a target enemy. We've got a lot of fun stuff that's just kind of reused from previous sets. Nothing really too crazy that I saw in here that was like, oh my gosh, except for this long text one from Unaligned Force Users. Suffice it to say, you reduce the enemy's max health as you're doing a lot of debuffs. This is going to be great for Mara Jade. And it looks like we're actually going to be splitting Mara Jade away from Starkiller during this season, which is really interesting. And it's not going to affect Starkiller. Starkiller is going to be more powerful without Emperor Palpatine and Mara Jade. It's going to be a wild season. So going into our level 9s, we'll start out with just Emperor, Mara Jade, Emperor's Hand. Basically, not only is it going to give her more stacks of the Emperor's Hand and give her extra turn meter and stacking crit chance and crit damage. Also, whenever an enemy is inflicted with shock, they take damage equal to 10% of their max health. So the Emperor Palpatine team is going to become you can use it by itself essentially and do some good stuff, I'm guessing. I'm really hoping for this. I'm really enjoying how this reads, and I'm very excited to see where this goes. Karth is also making a come into the meta. He's going to be really solid. He has a ton of extra stats. When he uses his basic, he'll hit 3 times, for those of you who don't remember. For every dot on an enemy, when he hits them with his basic, he's going to deal extra damage. And on top of that, when allies do use their basics, they'll call another ally to assist. So you have a chance of calling Karth in to assist and killing off people. On top of that, whenever Karth uses a special ability, he triggers the damage over time effects on all enemies. And so he can just cause everyone to die off just by using his special, which resets cooldowns, and like, he gets it on his next turn if he gets a whole bunch of critical hits. Like, this is insane. We are looking at some insane stuff happening with Karth. Honestly, based off of the whenever an enemy is defeated, Karth gains 25% offense stacking, and his cooldowns are set, and he gains 100% turn meter. We could be looking at a Karth like 2-man or 3-man being able to take on teams, which is wild. Another one, Kylo Ren's getting a little bit of a GL upgrade. This is the basic Kylo Ren, 5% max health and max protection per relic amplifier level, and damage they receive is decreased by 15%. Now this is important because that means he can survive for longer, and the more he gets hit when he's alone, it's if it's on his team as well, but when he's alone, he really shines because the more damage he takes, the more damage he deals on his turn. And so this will give him time to ramp up, and you can drop his speed a bit. So we're looking at possibly some Kylo Ren solos again. We'll see. I think SLKR is going to have a great time in this current set. Same with Rey because of the unaligned force user, all of that stuff. So good things all around there. Going into Dengar is getting the Sabine treatment, so he's going to get a bonus turn whenever someone takes a turn, basically. Hondo Ohnaka is allowing himself to ramp up 10 stacks of ransom every time he uses his basic. And he also reduces his cooldowns when he uses his basic and gains protection up when he uses his basic. He's going to ramp so fast. He's taking out Malgus. He is going to be a legend more than he already is. Starkiller. Whenever another ally uses an ability that includes basics, by the way, Starkiller will assist, dealing 50% more damage. Darth Vader triggers his Merciless Massacre, call Starkiller to assist. He does a basic on each enemy, calling Starkiller to assist twice on each enemy. Starkiller hits ultimate probably on the 3rd attack out of the Merciless Massacre, maybe the 2nd, I don't know, I don't want to do the math right now. And he gets a bonus turn, pulls it out of the sky, and then the Merciless Massacre continues to go. It's just, oh, beautiful. You could put Starkiller with Darth Sidious and it'll be great. So yeah, that happens. Aura Singh, whenever an enemy is stunned, she gains a bonus turn. Remember the mercenary thing that where they are going to be able to stun like the Jedi do right now? Aura Singh has 2 specials. She's going to basically get like 7 turns in a row very easily. Like, this is going to be kind of an interesting one. Aura Singh's not the best character to get a whole bunch of bonus turns on, but still, like, it's great. Subpar Maul brings him back. He has a savior mechanic. It's nice. Shorty, the Shorty Cron is back. We've had this Cron before. All allies gain spare parts, and like it's a good solid Shorty mechanic. It's nothing to scoff at. We've got some, you know, offense stacking as well. Shin has a gaining 15% turn meter whenever an ally uses a special ability, and when you're looking at things like the Aura Singh gaining bonus turns, or you're looking at just in general them stunning off of special abilities, you have some cool synergies that you can pull off in the mercenary faction at the moment. Terran Malicos does have his Cron coming back. Now, we've seen this Cron before. He gets resilient defense. Now, I do want to warn you, this is an offensive Cron. You can basically kill every GL with it. But on defense, this is bad because the resilient defense makes him taunt, which means Bounty Hunters instantly kills the team. And Kylo Ren Unmasked is kind of like the thing that stops you from doing that and, like, you know, stops you from getting around and killing Malicos early. And so this can actually very much upset your Malicos on defense. Please do not use it. Get a good level 6 for them and call it good if you're putting them on defense, or use this on offense. It's going to be a great offensive tool. But that's about it for today. I don't know. Is there anything else that you guys think I missed? No, not using ship energies. Once again, this is a marquee event for Punishing One. This is not a galactic chase like we've had in the past. So very, very interesting. Oh yes, and we got a couple reskins. This is the last little thing that we kind of have. We do have a couple reskins. You know, we got Jedi Knight Anakin was the first one that people noticed. They changed his model, probably preparing for Star Wars Episode 3 content next year with the 20-year anniversary, as well as the symbol for his overpowering assault. We got a reskin of Dengar as well. Sounds like we got a reskin of IG-88 as well. Someone mentioned that. I don't know. I haven't checked. But Dengar looks Dengar-y now. IG-88 looks the same. I don't think there's a difference in IG-88. But yeah, so we got some reskins, some little fun things here or there. Obviously, the Punishing One is in the game now. So that's cool. Yeah, I think that's about it. But hopefully this helped you guys figure out what the freak is going on this wild Wednesday, and I will see you guys in the next video.